Hello again, fellow citizens of America. Today we'll be asking the question, who the fack is Rodrigo Duterte and how did he get such huge bollocks? This dude straight up just doesn't give a duke what anyone thinks, except for the people who elected him. Duterte is the president of the Philippines, elected this past May, beating his closest opponent by over 6 million votes. Apparently, one of his nicknames is the Punisher, as he promised to clean up the country of its rampant drug problem. The 2011 UN drug report stated that the Philippines had the highest use of methamphetamines in Southeast Asia, and apparently things haven't gotten much better since then. His campaign platform must have resonated with the citizens of the Philippines, as he reportedly won by a landslide by promising a war on drugs. Remember when President Reagan declared a war on drugs in America? Well, that was over 30 years ago, and the jury is in. Reagan's war was a failure. But Duterte isn't proposing minimum sentencing guidelines for drug traffickers. No. This crazy little guy is literally advocating straight up murder. He reportedly told crowds on the day of his inauguration, if you know of any addicts, go ahead and kill them yourself. Holy shit, this dude is hardcore. I watched a video of him putting bounties on the heads of these criminals. America's mainstream media repeatedly states that Donald Trump's rhetoric is outrageous. But compared to Duterte, Trump sounds like a meek milquetoast Mormon. Duterte even called Pope Francis a son of a whore. I could quote Duterte's extreme comments for the next 20 minutes, and they are all jaw-dropping. If you're interested, Google it. Again, if any of you think Trump is over the top, do 5 minutes of research on Duterte. This dude is Trump on steroids. Now, it should be noted that his extreme rhetoric is anything but bombastic. He's backing up what he says. A report in mid-August, less than 2 months after Duterte took office, stated that over 2,400 people have been killed in his war on drugs. That's an average of 37 people per day. The chief of the Philippine National Police stated on August 14th that crime is down a staggering 49% compared to last year. Crime has been cut in half. That's almost incomprehensible. He stated that this is proof that drugs are at the center of the majority of crimes, and that by focusing their resources on the drug problems, all crimes drop dramatically. He also stated that they're just getting started. Apparently, son of a whore is a pretty brutal insult in the Philippines because Duterte throws that insult at everyone who dares to question his methods, including, just this past weekend, Barack Obama. Obama had planned to meet with Duterte this weekend, and in a press conference, Duterte was asked what he would say to Obama if he were questioned about these extrajudicial killings in his war on drugs. Duterte goes off. And in English, he says, I am a president of a sovereign state, and we have long since ceased to be a colony. I don't have any master but the Filipino people. Nobody but nobody. You must be respectful. Then in Filipino, he says, son of a whore. This guy's apple bag must be the size of a 5-pound sack of potatoes. Understandably, Obama canceled their scheduled meeting after that. Duterte's landslide victory is the political manifestation of Newton's third law. For every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. The drug and crime problems in the Philippines had reached such an extreme level that they demanded an extreme response. Duterte promised that extreme response, and the people agreed that this was their best chance at improving their quality of life. Extreme circumstances require extreme measures. I believe that this, but to a much lesser degree, helps to partially explain the Trump candidacy. America has been wallowing in political correctness, capitulation, and frankly, weakness in the face of adversity for over a decade. If you keep pulling on that rubber band, eventually it's going to snap back, and it's going to sting. For many Americans, amid our current culture of social justice warriors, perceived hate speech, and lifelong corrupt politicians, a Trump presidency is the best chance our country has of getting back on track. Back to when America was respected abroad and free speech was respected at home. RealClearPolitics.com reports that in an average of recent surveys, over 63% of Americans believe the country is headed in the wrong direction. Americans are and should be proud of our culture and our country. Of course, we are not without sin, but no country is without sin. And anyone who claims that America has not had an overall positive effect on the world needs to do a lot more research. I don't live in the Philippines, so I can't opine on whether or not Duterte's methods are justified or frankly insane. Would I want someone as extreme as Duterte to be president of the United States? Absolutely not. But do I think that America needs to correct its course? And in the upcoming election, Trump is currently our only hope of doing so? Facking ain't right.